What if her famous breakdown wasn't a breakdown at all, but a carefully planned trap? And what if one of the most powerful men in music, Sean Diddy Combs, was quietly pulling the strings? This isn't just another celebrity story. This is about silence, control, and a woman trying to reclaim her life. It started with one glass of champagne and led to 14 years of control, pain, and secrets. This is Britney's real story. The courtroom shock. The courtroom was full. Lawyers whispered to each other. Reporters passed notes, talking about a mystery witness who no one expected. Then the doors opened, and everything stopped. No bodyguards, no fancy clothes. Just Britney Spears, dressed simply in black. Her face looked calm, but her eyes looked serious. She walked to the stand, and even her footsteps were quiet. The pop princess we used to see smiling on red carpets was gone. In her place stood a woman who had been through a lot and was finally ready to speak. She leaned into the microphone and said, "I was told silence would protect me." It never did. That one sentence changed the whole mood. Britney wasn't there to talk about fame or gossip. She was there to speak about what really happened to her and who she believes started it all. Sean Diddy Combs. The night everything changed, Britney told the court about the night before the 2007 VMAs, a night meant to mark her big comeback. But instead of feeling like a fresh start, she said it felt off from the very beginning. She had been invited to a private party hosted by Diddy at Caesar's Palace in Las Vegas. While the public part of the event looked normal, the real party was hidden upstairs, behind heavy security and secret code words. Britney arrived with two handlers who promised it would be quick. Just one drink, a few smiles, and then back to her hotel. But things didn't go as planned. She arrived just after midnight with two assistants. They said she would only stay for one drink and then go back to her hotel to rest. At first, everything seemed normal. People were dancing. Music was playing. Balloons floated above the VIP tables. Then Diddy came toward her, holding a glass of champagne. He smiled and said, "Just one toast." Britney hesitated. She had rehearsals the next morning, but she felt pressure to say yes. Everyone was watching. She clinked glasses with him. And that's when everything changed. She told the court that her senses felt slow. Music sounded like it was in slow motion, lights blurred. She didn't feel drunk. She felt confused. She tried to give the drink back, but someone led her to a private room to rest. In that room, she couldn't keep her balance. She heard voices, but nothing made sense. Someone gave her water, but she couldn't hold the glass. Then everything went black. The morning after. When Britney woke up, she was back in her hotel room. Her makeup was smudged. Her head hurt. She couldn't remember how she got back. She told her team she didn't feel right. They told her it was just nerves. She asked if anyone knew what happened at the party, but no one had answers. The next day, she went on stage at the VMAs in front of millions of people. Her performance was shaky. She looked lost. People online called it a disaster. But now, Britney was telling the court that what looked like a failed performance was actually the result of what happened the night before. She said the drink wasn't just a drink. It was the start of a plan to make her look weak. And she said the person behind that plan was Sean Diddy Combs. A fast takeover. 3 days after the VMAs, Britney said her life changed again. Lou Taylor, the CEO of TriStar Entertainment, showed up at her home. She promised to help Britney feel safe again. Britney said she asked for time to rest, but instead, she was pushed into something much bigger, a conservatorship. That meant other people were now in charge of her money, her career, and her life. She said she didn't even get to choose her own lawyer. The court said she wasn't capable. TriStar became her business manager. They got a big payment up front and made money from everything Britney did. She told the court it didn't feel like protection. It felt like she had been trapped all over again. Britney's story isn't just about being a pop star. It's about control, silence, and finally finding the courage to speak up. If this made you stop and think, even for a moment, don't keep it to yourself. Share this with someone. Talk about it. The more people know the truth, the harder it is to ignore. Tell us what you think in the comments. Follow for more real stories they don't want you to hear. And remember, silence only protects the powerful until we speak up.